Hey, how's it going? So are you experiencing problems with your family because of your network marketing business? It could be something along the lines of that they're not supportive of you, they're negative of you, there's pressure from them for you to quit. Maybe you've signed them up into the business and it's not gone the way you wanted it to. There's all different circumstances where issues can be created with our family because of our participation in this industry. So I'm going to give you some solutions for all of those things in this video to get things back smoothly, to fix, repair, replenish that relationship and leave you free and positive to build the business without any restrictions, without carrying that weight of that pressure from your family behind you. So let's just dive straight in. So number one suggestion that I would give you, and I've been in the industry for a long time, I've helped thousands of people with this type of thing, I've experienced all of these issues. Every advice that I give you, it isn't like, well, just give it a go and see. These are things that I've seen work time and time again in this very situation that you may find yourself in. So number one, as I've already said, educate that family member. It could be a situation where they've done what most people do, which is you tell them you're in company XYZ. They go type in XYZ on Google and they go, oh my goodness, you're in a scam, you're in a scheme. Now, you and I know that there's a lot of bottom feeders out there, right, that go out there and write negative things about your company just to try and steal attention and traffic towards what they're promoting. But someone like maybe in your family that isn't really savvy to online marketing or has done much research online, they don't know. They do know that. It's Scottish. They don't know that, right? So we've got to educate them and say, hey, look, I know you found this, but do you realize this is why those people do that? Here's a whole bunch of testimonials, success stories. There's loads of them on your company website, right? Where people have done really well in this company. All I'm asking you to do is take a balanced view by informing yourself as opposed to just having the blinkers on with the negative. So that can be an easy, great fix to avoid that family issue where a member goes, oh, I'm worried about what you've got involved in. Education can sometimes be the key. Number two, it may be something that you've done without even realizing it. When I first came into the industry, I got bad advice. Make a list of your friends and family, beat them with your words until you get a sale and sign up, and then just keep going round and round and round these people. So, if we've done that, chances are we're going to annoy some people. So just understand that if you've been doing things such as exaggerating results that aren't quite there, you've been pressuring your family to get involved and making them feel guilty if they don't, you've been allowing your frustration at them saying no to maybe allow you to be a little bit snippy or negative or a little bit short with them. Maybe they've seen you fail previously in certain organizations and now you're here again. Naturally, if we've had that kind of behavior, think if someone came and did that to you, pressured you, guilted you, almost emotional blackmail, made you feel bad for not doing something that you didn't genuinely want to do. You'd probably look at that person and go, wow, this is really changing you in a negative way. Let me think of some ways that I can sort of get you to not stay involved with that. So maybe start to take a look at your own approach. Get some education on how you can actually improve it, which I'll give you at the end of this video. Third, communicate with your family. When I first came into this industry, I really didn't communicate with the people close to me very well on why I was doing it, what I was involved in, where I saw it taking me. I felt a lot of pressure from myself. I'd come from a situation where I trusted some wrong people. If I shake your hand, it's as good as a contract, right? But I didn't realize naively when I was younger that that's not the same for a lot of people, right? So I ended up trusting some wrong people, lost a lot of money in business. So I felt this massive pressure to recoup that money back and get my family back on track. Just become a father, I'm a husband, I want to provide for my family, right? So I saw network marketing as a way to do that, but I'd never communicated how I'd felt or how I'd made that decision. 1 minute, I'm struggling, I'm in debt, I've had these issues with these people in business before. The next minute, I'm in another business and this is going to be the solution, and I'm just locking myself away in my office and I'm going to work, I'm cutting everybody else out of my life because I felt so much guilt. I couldn't spare to have any time other than building the business because I thought that would be the solution. So can you imagine what that looks like from my wife's point of view, from mother, father, all the people involved in your life, right? They just see you lock yourself away and they worry about you. They wonder what's going on. They're curious. Why are you even doing this? So what I found really useful, and you may find this useful too, is to sit down with those people who are being the most negative and actually let them know, put yourself out there, be brave enough to let them know the reasons why you're doing this. So, I sat my wife down and I said, look, my fault, I hold my hands up, I haven't communicated what's going on. So obviously we're in a bunch of debt. I feel responsibility for that. I trusted those people. They took advantage, but it was me. I'm the one that trusted those people. I'm the one that was naive. So I now feel that our lives should be way above where it is right now. And I want to do everything I can to make that happen. I'm going to have to put some extra hours in temporarily. I'm going to have to figure this thing out. Just trust me, I've done a lot of research on these people, on this company. I'm not making the same mistake twice. So if you don't want to support me, I understand that. If you don't want to talk about this with me, then that's absolutely fine. But this is hard enough already for me without having to deal with negativity and pressure to quit or not do it. I've made my decision, 100% I'm doing this. All I'm asking you for is to not try and poke holes in it or kick me while I'm down. This is important for us as a family. So when you sit down with someone who loves you, a family member, and you lay that out to them, I mean, if they still are negative after that, you move me on to the next point, which is maybe it's time to start to reevaluate that relationship. Now, I'm not giving you relationship advice here, I'm just talking from personal experience. If you've laid your heart out for somebody and let them know genuinely why this is important, you've done the research, don't have to discuss it with me, just please don't be negative, and they still start to be negative towards you, you have to question that person's motives, don't you? Are they really a good person to be having in your life at this moment in time? Now, I'm not saying cut them out altogether. I'm just saying be more stern with that person if they make a comment, to have that bravery to say, hey, we've discussed this. I don't find that funny. Please don't discuss this any further. Plenty of things that I know about you that I don't talk about because I know it's an issue for you. I'm asking you for that same respect. Okay, however assertive you want to be, whatever you're comfortable with, I've had to have those conversations a couple of times. And it's nervous at first, oh my goodness, but afterwards, when the adrenaline wears off, because we're not used to confrontation, right? You've set that person in their place, you've grown with your ability to be communicating a little bit better, and also you give yourself the best chance of that person now not bringing up that negativity again, which we don't need. Life's hard enough as it is. The next point, I've lost the number that we're at, but there's another one here for you that can be really useful, and that is quite simply show progress. Like, when you see something working, often documentation beats conversation. Like, a lot of times in my business, when people start asking me questions, will your training help me do this? Will your program help me do that? I'm like, hey, just go look at the results that a bunch of other people have got, and if you're happy, come back and let's talk. Right? Or come back and sign up or whatever it may be. And I've found often, time and time again, that is the best way to deal with some people. You may find that you say, well, Richard, I've had conversations with people. I've tried laying things out. It hasn't worked. Well, have you shown any level of progress? If you've been doing something and you've been hard at it for a year or two and you're no further on, is that them to blame for feeling negative about what you do? Or really have you not shown up in your business? We can't complain about the results we haven't got for the work we didn't do. And a lot of times if we're honest and we look at our behavior, we go, man, I've not been focusing in the right areas. I've been doing the easy things, the comfortable things, and not looking for new ways to grow this business, not be professional, not get coaching and education. And yet I'm wondering why I'm still being treated the same way. So take a look at your daily method of operation. Are you really sinking your time, energy, and effort into the activities that are going to reap rewards and progress in your business? They're going to get leads, they're going to get sales, they're going to get signups. It's going to show you and your attitude that's improving. If you haven't got that progression, go and get a coach, go and get a course, go and get education, go and get in a community where those things will happen. Because when you can show people and say, hey, I started here and now I'm here, it's very hard for them to argue with those facts. Facts always beat opinions when it comes down to it at the end of the day. So show some progress. I want to give you a bonus, which is touching on the initial point that I made, and then I'm going to give you a resource where you can go and gain some progress and be around like-minded people in your industry, help you build results in the company that you're in. The bonus piece of information I'll give you before that is, lots of problems occur from going round and round and round the same people. I remember when I first got involved in network marketing, I made my list, right? I was a good boy, made my list, went through all of them. 328 people gave me an appointment, 328 said no. Now, I was told, go back around those people, Richard. And you could see people's confusion. It was like, what do you mean? Like, you did this exact same speech a week ago, a month ago. Like, I remember this with you. What is going on here? So a lot of times we get stressed and agitated and feel, compelled to go around these people because we haven't got any new people to talk to. So one of the best ways that I found to solve this issue with my family and with friends as well was to say, you know what? I recognize that these people aren't going to come with me like I wanted them to. I got to go find a new audience. I got to go build some interest from more interesting people who have got a genuine interest in your business, your product. You should be out there with them. Like, your family and friends are random people in the sense of, who knows if they're interested in building a business? Who knows if they're interested in your product? It makes more sense as a business owner, which you are, to go out there and say, okay, I've got what I've got from my friends and family. It's causing issues, the friction that I'm bringing to these relationships with the constant, pressure to these people. So why don't I remove that from the both of us and go and actually learn how to generate some quality leads, to generate interest from people who've already raised their hand and said, I'd like to take a look at that. It just makes so more sense and your business goes so much smoother when you can converse with people who are actually interested. And you know what happens when you do this? All of a sudden, all the people that were watching you from when you first showed them in your family, they realize you don't need them. They realize you're finding your way. They realize that there may be something in this project that you're in. And all of a sudden, you'll start to pick up some interest from those people who once told you no. I've personally experienced this and had many clients who've experienced this in many different companies. This one is a great bonus tip. So hopefully that was helpful. I give you, I think, 4 or 5, maybe 6 ways there, depending what suits the situation, to really go and solve those family problems. If you are still looking and saying, you know what, Richard, yep, that's one thing I can solve, but I do need to know how to generate leads. I do need to know how to convert those to sales and signups. And I'm always open to learning and growing my business. You should go to authoritynetworker.com/group. I'll put the link across the screen for you. That's my Facebook group. Inside of that group, I'm able to give you valuable information to help you gain results in your network marketing business. It's a zero promotional group. I oversee all the posts in there, so you're not going to be distracted by people advertising their business. It's 100% knowledge, information, strategy, tactics for you to do better in the company that you're in, so you're safe to come and check it out. Invite your team, invite your upline. It's a neutral zone, a safe zone for you to get around like-minded people, bounce ideas off each other, and learn these skills of the modern era that are really going to see you do well. I mean, I use them to generate over 750 signups in my business. I've helped many other network marketers generate many other fantastic results in their businesses as well. I'd love to see you over there. That's at authoritynetworker.com/group. So this was a bit of a longer video than usual, but I wanted to give you all these solutions. Hopefully they've been helpful. If one was more useful than the other or made you think, hey, that could be useful, I'd love to have your comment. I always love to hear that what I've done, this effort here, is helping somebody out there. If you have something to say, you agree, you disagree, you have a specific question like, Richard, could you please help me with this? By all means, again, stick it in the comments. And if you like the video so I can know to make more of this type of content. As always, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires and excuses. I'm looking forward to seeing you in that group. And if you're a subscriber, I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a fantastic day and bye for now.